Hi guys, this is for the specific heat of a metal lab. Let's get started where it says procedure. Alright, so we're going to obtain a calorimeter. Okay, we have one. That's what this is here. Then we're going to turn on our balance. Sorry, moving that guy up there. Here we go. And it says to place the calorimeter onto the balance. And then press 0. Right, so now it reads 0. And then it says fill with about 40 milliliters of water. So we're going to take our graduated cylinder, fill that guy up with 40 milliliters of water. And then add that into our calorimeter here. And as we're doing that, you can see that the mass of the water is now 39.620 grams. You're going to put that under mass of water in your data table. All right. We're going to move that off to the side. Then we want about, in step 2, we have our unknown metal here. There it is. We want about 25 grams of this metal. So we're going to measure that out here. 0. All right, so then under mass of the unknown metal, or mass of metal, you'll look here, and we're at about 26.270 grams for the mass of the metal. Okay. Then it says we need to place that metal into a test tube. So here's our test tube. Pouring the metal in carefully so as not to break the test tube. All right, and now the metal is all sitting in the bottom of our test tube here. All right, next, it says set up a hot water bath in our beaker, which I've done here. Okay, it's on the hot plate. The hot plate is on. And then it says fill the beaker with halfway with water, which I've done, and then begin heating the water on the hot plate, which is happening. We're going to place the test tube with the metal, here it is, into the hot water bath so that no water gets inside of the test tube, but that the water in the beaker is above the level of metal in the test tube. Now we need to bring this to a boil, which is almost there. And then once it boils, we need to heat it for 10 minutes. All right, you can see it's starting to boil. So our 10 minutes is going to start now. All right, while that is boiling, let's take a look down at step number 5. Step number 5 asks us to record the temperature of the water in the calorimeter. All right, so here's our calorimeter. We have our temperature probe here. Turn that guy on. Right now it's telling us the temperature of the room. We double check it's in degrees Celsius, and that's what we want. Great. So we take the thermometer in through this small hole here and down into the water inside the calorimeter. Should be pretty close to the temperature that the room is, but we're going to give it just a moment to adjust. And we're going to say that the initial temperature of the water, so initial temperature of the water in the data table, is 23.4 degrees. 23.4 degrees Celsius for the initial temperature of the water. All right, so we have been boiling now for about 10 minutes. So we are going to take the temperature of the water in that we're heating, and that's going to be the temperature, the initial temperature of the metal. So I'm going to place this here into that guy there. Temperature's moving, so we gotta wait till it stops here. All right, and as expected, since we're boiling, the water should be somewhere around 100 degrees Celsius. We're still climbing a little bit here. All right, and we've stuck here at 103.9, 103.9. 103.9 is our initial temperature of the metal. All right, then we are going to move on to our next step. We are going to our calorimeter here. There it is. All right, we're going to pour this hot metal into our calorimeter carefully so as not to splash. There it goes. Put this guy on quickly so we don't lose any heat. And then we're going to place our thermometer into the calorimeter via this little hole here, and then we are going to watch as the temperature changes here. We're going to stir using this little stirring rod. All right, so it looks like our maximum temperature here, that as it changed, was 26.9. 26.9 is the final temperature of the metal and water. 26.9 final temperature of metal and final temperature of water. All right, that should be all of the data that you need in order to complete the data table here and the questions on the next couple of pages. All right, good luck, guys.